Planes a bumper.
PlayStation.
Hey, we are back! That didn't take too long at all. We now have, for your enjoyment, Guilty Gear, the original.
Oh yes, the last game of the 7th day of the HellfireComms Sonython. Oh yes, time for a bit of 2D fighting action.
Oh yes, I can't believe it's been a week already.
I know,
Kind of
right?
insane to think about it. It has already been a week, and I feel like in a way, it feels like it's gone by too quickly, but in another sense, it just feels like I've played so many games, it feels like I've already gone through the entire thing and I'm ready to play Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, it just means you're having fun, mate. That's what time rushing by means. But before you even talk about Guilty Gear, I want to drop a bomb on you all. We're only $100 away from unlocking the next incentive game, which, since we passed 2,400, I said I would reveal what it is. It is Devil May Cry 3, so you'll get that once we hit 2,500. But I want to light another kind of fire under your asses. If we reach 2,500 tonight, it has to be tonight, I will play either Heavy Rain or Beyond Two Souls. And the way you guys can decide which one is by answering the straw poll I just posted in the chat. But we've got to pass 2,500 by the end of Guilty Gear.
Ooh, so that only gives you about an hour, judging by my estimate, so not much time, so if you want that in there, you're gonna have to be quick. So here we go. Guilty Gear is one of the first in a breed of what will soon be called anime-style fighters. It's pretty fast-paced. You've got some good combos you can do. It's not quite insane as like Killer Instinct, for instance, but you can pull off some really, really cool stuff in this game. And would soon set a precedent that would still exist even to this day in the likes of Exard Revelator and Dragon Ball FighterZ. But of course, apart from being absolutely awesome, this game's arcade mode in particular is also balls to the walls hard. It is pretty damn merciless. It may look easy for now, but it soon ramps up, and this is one of those games where I'll probably need quite a bit of concentration, so you'll have to forgive me in advance if I don't speak very much, but Tom, I would like for you, if you can, to either pass on any interesting topics of conversation or questions from the chat, just to keep things interesting.
Still will do. 5,000 said the guys behind Guilty Gear are doing Dragon Ball FighterZ, apparently.
Yep, they are. It's the same dudes. Arc System works. And I honestly thought this would be something that would happen way sooner than it actually did, but I'm so glad that we're finally getting a proper, like, the granddaddies of anime fighters chiming in with a Dragon Ball game. Oh wow, I actually managed to get the instant kill off. Yeah, that's another thing about this game, and in Guilty Gears after this one it was a lot better balance, but basically at any point you can attempt to pull off an instant kill move, which if your opponent doesn't react to, it basically just means you die instantly and that's it, both your stocks are gone and you just have to start over again.
We have a $100 donation.
Oh my god.
From Deimos.
Oh,
You're killing me, Tom. You're killing me. I'll take the raffle entries and spread this across the HFC member names for FF7 to make sure they are winning. Signed, Deimos.
Thank you very much, dude. Always appreciated. But there we go.
Yeah.
That is the 2,500 now, I believe.
Yes, so you've unlocked Devil May Cry, and also whatever wins the poll by the end of Guilty Gear, I will post the poll again. That's the game I'll play. Or maybe I'll just get Flame to play it and I'll coke on.
Just palm off the work to your lower peons.
Oh yeah, well that's what the leader does, mate.
Executive privilege, grasshopper.
I appreciate it, Deimos, I appreciate it, but please do not bankrupt yourself, unless it's payday soon, in which case go all out, but seriously, thank you so much for everything. And everyone else has done so far. I never actually thought we'd get this far.
Same here.
being as small as we are right now, but it's really, really cool. Thank you all so much.
Although knowing Deimos, I think this is just money he would have eventually pulled into more Saint Seiya figures, so he's making a very noble sacrifice here.
Devil May Cry 3 confirmed for which... Vote for which David Cage game you wanna see? I don't think Heavy Rain would be banned for nudity. I don't think you need to worry about that.
Nah, it's not like any of those hardcore things, but
No.
I'm pretty sure it's okay. I mean, it's not blacklisted by Twitch or anything like that, so...
Yeah. The thing with like Heavy Rain or whatever was it was originally going to be a stretch goal for if we passed 10k, which was the original max thing. Then we like slashed the price of incentive games to 500, just because, you know, smaller group should be, you know, more understanding of our audience and whatnot. And yeah, I guess we'll have to think of some stretch goals for 5,000 plus if we make it that far. I don't know if we will, but if we get to 5k, that's all the incentive games unlocked, and there's bonus things.
Ooh, that was close. Thread the needle there.
Are you aiming to fight Viken?
Maybe, although I'm not expecting to. It is incredibly difficult to get through this entire thing without any continues used. The only way you can do it reliably is if you cheese it with Soul Bad Guy, whose sweep can basically cause a infinite if you just keep using the sweep. And that's really the only reliable way you can do it. Because, like, you could just get insta-killed, or you could get caught in a particularly dicey combo.
Yeah. I'm just going to pretend I know what you're talking about. Grumpy Glitch, the fun has been doing amazing. We've made almost $500 today.
Very tidy amount.
Damo, seriously though, thank you so much, mate, and please make sure you're not spending or donating above your means. We don't want you or Gold or any donator really to go hungry. You know, just make sure you set aside a budget for yourself as well.
Indeed, I don't want to come by like 2 weeks later in the Discord and find out you've been living in a box.
What's in the box? What's in the box? Oh, it's Deimos.
What the hell are you doing here?
No, he's at work for the next 4 days, so that's everyone else's cue to snipe some of the incentives he's been paying.
Come on, give me some Ride the Lightning. It's a really tough one to do because it's like double half circles and it's murder on your thumb if you try and do it too many times. I mean, JoJo was bad enough, but Guilty Gear, that's one way to get yourself a blister.
JoJo was really fun to watch, actually.
Oh yeah, it's a really, really fun game. I mean, it's not like the big greats in terms of PS1 fighters like Guilty Gear and Street Fighter Third Strike, but it was pretty damn fun, especially for when people don't really know what JoJo was back then, because obviously we don't quite have the same global awareness of anime as we did as we do today. I don't know what this guy is doing, but whatever it is not very effective. He's just spinning up in the air and falling on the floor.
Well, judging by the Union Jack in the background, this is probably my alternate universe counterpart you're fighting.
Yes, Axel is actually an accidental time traveler who hails from Britain, as you might be able to tell from the background. And basically his entire thing is that he's entering the tournaments and what have you in order to find a way back home. And eventually, in X-Art, I believe Axel like gains actual like time traveling or future seeing powers, and he actually becomes a legitimately prolific character. Oh, actually, I wasn't expecting that. He literally came in at a diagonal this time, so I wasn't expecting him to just like fall on me.
Haha. So what's your history with Guilty Gear? Well, if you haven't mentioned it already and I just wasn't paying attention.
It's one of those games that I've always at least tried to keep up with. So obviously I've had the original Guilty Gear for eons now. And I got X2 when that came out on the PlayStation 2. XL was a little bit trickier to keep up to speed with, just because the release dates in Europe in particular were a little not great, shall we say.
Right.
But I have Revelator, and I've been slowly chipping my way through that. Really, really fun game. It has a really nice story mode, too. The Guilty Gear story modes were a bit light, especially in X2. Like, there was some hinting of story, but, like, there's an actual, like, story that kind of crosses over all the characters, so it's not like you're going through one character's story, then another character's story. You're kind of switching to and from each one, and it makes a more cohesive story as a result.
Thank you, Flame, for handling the incentive stuff. Demo saw your stuff has been entered. Don't forget, guys, there is a JoJo OP bid war going on. It ends tomorrow at the time of me saying this. And let's see, who is winning right now? Oh, Bloody Stream is winning by $4.
Oh,
Jesus. Wow. So if someone donates $5, Great Days can overtake Bloody Stream. Holy shit.
Yeah, it does seem to be a bit of a two-horse race with that one, I will admit, but it's pretty hype.
Yeah, no worry, Damos, don't worry about it. And I'm still marking out over the fucking fist bump, actually activating the fist bump song in Forces.
I have heard the news for that is getting pretty hype.
It's in the tag team stages, so you unlock a double boost.
Ooh, alright, I'm gonna have to look up some of that, because I'm pretty sure I've been missing the announcements. I have been keeping up the Dragon Ball FighterZ stuff that's been happening recently, when they had a stream that had Max, Wooly, and some other guy I don't recognize. There was some pretty hype shit in there. I was retweeting a bunch of it. I'm not sure how much of it you did actually get to see yourself, though, Tom.
I caught, like, a little clip here and there.
Have you seen Android 16's Super, then? His level 3, where he blows himself up?
I saw that, yeah.
And it actually beats out Perfect Cell's level 3 Super as well, which is even better. So he was, like, charging up his Super, and then just 16 jumps in, blows himself up. It's amazing. Fighting games are getting pretty hype, I have to say.
It's a good year for flying games, yeah.
Especially with Marvel I've mentioned this before on the stream, I believe, but Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is looking a lot less rough around the edges than it did before, so I am very happy about that.
Alright, that's 20 more raffle entries for Demos.
Ah, son of a bitch interrupted my ride to lightning. How dare you?
So why is Kai your boy, exactly, mate?
I just love everything about him, like his backstory, how he's like a knight of the Holy Order and likes teacups. One thing about Guilty Gear characters, they have really odd biographies in terms of their likes and dislikes. So Kai's hobby is collecting teacups. But I just like the whole lightning kind of theme he has going. Looks cool as well, so that's always got nice points if your character looks the part as well.
Demo says, what's your opinion on Jurassic World Tycoon-style game coming out next year?
If it's anything like the dinosaur expansion in Zoo Tycoon, I think it'll be pretty hype. I can see myself having some fun with that pretty easily.
Well, so far Heavy Rain is winning the poll. Sad Ellen Page, sitting in a corner, strumming a guitar.
Alright, here we go, rival fight time. I'm actually surprised I haven't died once yet. I was expecting to die way sooner, but you know what? I'll take what I can get. This is pretty good so far, although this is where things start to get really tough. I'm half expecting a death here, but we'll see.
So what exactly are we covering in Guilty Gear mode?
Just the arcade mode, which is, whilst it's a bit basic like in terms of Tekken and such, it is balls to the walls hard, so the difficulty is where the draw is. So hopefully I'll be able to complete in a decent amount of time to generate a little bit of hype.
Oh yeah, well, you ain't got Pet Shop to cheese the arcade mode with this time, mate. It's a good look.
Indeed, it's going to be pretty tricky, but I'll give it my best shot. Ooh, okay. One thing I will say about Guilty Gear is that one thing that's always stayed consistent is the music.
Mm-hmm.
Love the music in this series.
Oh, we're talking about butt rock.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad name. A bad rap, does butt rock.
It does, but this one does it really, really well. Like, Daisuke is just a phenomenal composer. Oh, he got me. And that was very convincing on his part too, but that's fine. I was expecting it. This is where the slog begins.
I'd expect nothing less from your rival. Big Battle 22 says, Vok, have you listened to the Crosserd OST?
Yeah, Xard's OST, yep, I have. Loads of really good tracks there. I like Kai's theme. I like Jacko's theme as well, very good. Who else has got really, really good themes? Souls is pretty hype, I will admit. Souls is actually really, really good. I think Millie is probably my favorite overall. Alright, see if I can pull off a Ride the Lightning here. Oh, bloody hell, that's a lot of damage. But yeah, there's quite a few. There's almost too many to count, but I can at least name a few really, really good ones that are worth listening to if you haven't heard them before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they also uploaded Metal Sonic's fight theme from Forces.
Oh, I just got insta-killed. Not that it makes a difference, I was already one stock down anyway.
Oh, well, you're doing this for HFC's pride.
I know, I know. I know what's at stake here.
Not much, as it turns out.
He's a dicey one, this soul. I'll get him, though. Don't you worry. Even if it takes a while, I'll get him.
Well, Flame, I would make sure you're not rusty in your JSON skills, because if my disc don't work, you're going to be the one playing it, mate. But I'll coke on with you all the way.
Alright, just see it a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, I think it's
Serious
stretching
time.
Yeah. And of course, streams are one thing, but we do actually have like playthroughs of Fahrenheit / Indigo Prophecy, Heavy Rain, and Beyond Two Souls on the HellfireComms channel. www. Let's say it slow, keep it cool. www.youtube.com/HellfireComms. So you can see myself and Digital Alchemist live it up and have just a little bit of fun with those.
Ooh, almost at him.
He seems to like his characters. Maybe take him that way.
Hmm. Problem is, he likes to get up in front of you a lot, and one way that I take out one of the later dudes is I try to keep somewhat at mid-range and just try and poke him out. But of course, he's not letting me get that far. Oh. Yeah, Sol in general is just a decent all-rounder, and he likes to get in your face a lot, so it's quite difficult to get him off you.
I'm a redundant guy in general, so dude. Just wore off a duck's back.
God, he does so much damage!
No worries, Damos, I appreciate it. Hey Volk, have you tried the secret technique?
What is the secret technique?
It's to win and not lose.
I'm giving it my best here.
I know, mate.
Okay, maybe insta kill this time.
Oh, I've incited shitposting in the chat.
Oh dear. What did you do?
No, you know, I just said a few things here and there. I may have gone too far in a few places.
Oh dear. Thankfully these days Twitch archives the chat as well, so I'll actually be able to see this after I'm done here.
Does Kai
see what kind of
have
incriminating evidence you've started up.
Does Kai have an overhead move to this? For this, even?
Kind of, although it's a little bit tricky to pull off. It's like one of those reverse half circle things. But I'll see if I can pull it off a few times, see if that helps out.
I think you might have to, mate.
Holy crap, that's half my health already.
Christ.
Oh, he's got it perfect me, isn't he? Yep, he got the perfect. God damn
What
you.
difficulty is this on again?
It doesn't really have a difficulty, it's a set difficulty throughout that you can't really change, to my knowledge.
Jeez.
So this is just what the default is, you can't make it any easier or harder, to my knowledge.
Yeah, just get in, counter him, and then like get as many hits in as you can until he starts blocking, then back off.
Mm-hmm. Just wish my super was a little bit easier to pull off in the double half circle. It's murder on your thumb after a while.
I know, Flame, I'm good at giving advice on games I've never played before. Good job you set aside now for this, huh?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, just be a countermaster, I think. Being aggressive just isn't gonna work.
Oh, is that got him? Yes! There we go, we got around.
Well, that's one stuck. Now just do it again. Sweep the leg.
Yep. Oh damn, he crossed me up.
How dare. Oh, we got a $4 donation from Grumpy Glitch. Hey guys, Grumpy here. Question, what are some of your favourite 2D fighting games? Keep up the good work and put this towards the Awakened Zero ending of Mega Man X5. Cheers. That's already been and gone. And we got that. So, if you want to put it towards, ooh, I don't know, a JoJo OP, feel free.
As for my favourite 2D fighting game, just after I finally beat Soul, so now we're on to the next gatekeeper, who is Testament.
Papa bless.
Favourite 2D fighting game? There's a bunch. Even though I wasn't very good at it, I really loved King of Fighters 13. That was just really good. I haven't tried 14 yet, I want to though. What else? Some of the earlier BlazBlue games I remember having a real fun time with. Haven't really had the chance to pick up any of the most recent ones though, so I'd say... Out of what I've played so far, I would say... well, I really like Guilty Gear Xrd. So I'll save that one, and then King of Fighters 13 as a second.
For me, it's Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and probably Smash Melee.
Oh yes, gotta give a bit of credit for MTC2.
I loved friggin' MVC2 so much.
Oh, just everything about that game was pretty much perfect. Especially in a casual setting as well, where you don't really have to worry about getting infinited to death and all the Magneto Storm Sentinel teams that go around.
Scoops.
Scoops Häagen-Dazs.
Oh yes. All the Budokai games as well, of course.
Oh yeah, Budokai 1 and 3, both very good. I spent way too much time, and I like to admit, on 3 especially.
Do you have any of the Budokai games?
Yes I do. I have the HD version of Budokai 1 and 3.
Ooh. Perhaps a stretch goal is in order?
Maybe, or I can always keep it aside just in case we need to fill some time in, I suppose.
For sure, for sure. Well, keep them donations coming in, guys.
Oh, this guy is being a cunt. I don't like it.
Wait, that's a guy?
Yes.
Well.
He's just very effeminate.
Okay.
Ah! Wait. That was a first shot Testament. My god, that's never happened to me before.
Oh, you won?
Yeah! I won! Somehow!
Oh, man.
Alright, so, final dude now, Justice. And, she, as it is revealed, it is a she, even though it doesn't look nothing like it. Especially with that, thing. You'll know when you see it, Tom.
Mm-hmm. Bloody stream is in the lead now, 95 to 66.
Hey. Oh, the lasers, they hurt. They hurt so much. Ah, the double laser. We don't expect it. Yeah. Even if you get chipped out by that thing, it hurts like hell, so you want to avoid that at all costs. Even if it means making suboptimal moves just to stop what could be a laser like that.
Mm-hmm. You got this, man. I believe in you.
Well, I managed to kill Testament without even losing once, so, you know, I'm relatively confident. All the time I spent on Soul has been effectively made up for now at this point.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Ah, there we go. One apiece. See if I can
Nice.
actually do justice first time as well. That'd be pretty hype.
We need you to do justice to justice.
Indeed. Oh, come on! Go on, remain calm, remain calm. Take the laser. Yes! Holy crap, that went so well! Literally, besides Soul, that went pretty much perfectly. My god.
Oh, I'm proud of you, mate.
Holy crap! I'm proud of me too. I don't say that very often, but my god, that's like probably my most solid run through Guilty Gear yet. And actually legitimately, not just doing the sweep spam with Soul.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That was Guilty Gear. We get to see a bit of an ending. The story does go a lot more in depth, but this kind of introduces a lot of things that would become staples in future Guilty Gears, such as that man, what exactly justice is, and some of the newer characters do also help shed some light on some of the other characters' backgrounds as well. And perhaps one of the best developments where Dr. Baldhead puts a bag over his head and goes by the name Faust from this point on. That one I never quite understood, but I'm sure there's a good reason for it.
There would have to be, really. I don't get it myself.
Well, Dr. Baldhead is just one of those weird characters that I'm sure you probably could tell from what little we saw of him when we fought him. I mean, he has a huge scalpel, he does the spinny moves. But then when he puts on the bag and dons Faust, he does all sorts of crazy stuff, like pulling bombs out of his thing, materializing doors out of thin air and smacking you with them. He does a lot of weird stuff, but he's a fun character.
Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, we finished 30 minutes faster than we expected.
You're welcome.
Nah, mate, you did great. You deserve to be smug.
I'm glad. Just rest assured that I don't do this for very long. If I get a smug moment, I allow myself that little bit and then stop, because, you know, I don't want it to turn into a bad habit. The story with Justice is I believe that Justice is meant to be Soul's mother or something like that. So it's something that gets introduced. I don't want to go into it too much just in case you actually want to follow the story yourself, those of you watching at home. But yeah, there is a lot more to Justice than meets the eye, and as you get through the games and start playing them through for the story modes, you start to learn a lot of really neat stuff. I'd say Xrd in particular is a really good one for that kind of thing, so if you want a good story-driven fighting game, can't go wrong with a bit of Xrd.
Oh,
but yeah,
apparently it's Soul's girlfriend.
Soul's girlfriend, yeah, that was it. And it becomes something else later on in Xrd, and it gets a bit crazy. The storylines can get a bit weird if you're not really paying attention, especially. If you're playing through the games casually, you're probably going to miss a lot. But yeah, I would recommend if you want to get started with Guilty Gear, start with Xrd. It is an incredibly solid game. It's very active still, so if you want to play it online, you'll have plenty of opportunities to do so. And if it catches your eye and you want to kind of find out more about the past, then you can sort of start delving into the past Guilty Gears, like the X2 series, for instance. But yeah. That'll do it for us for Day 7, I believe. Thank you all very, very much for watching and for your generous donations. Thanks to you all, we managed to raise $2,500 dues, which unlocked a couple of new games. And since we have pretty much ended up here now, Tom, which game won out on the poll in the end?
Let's have a little look-see. It is, of course, Heavy Rain.
Alrighty, so you guys are going to get a bonus Heavy Rain stream as well. I'm not sure how exactly we're going to plonk that in, but we'll figure out something. Maybe we'll do it on like the Monday after the final incentive block or something.
Yeah, it'll be after the incentive blocks right at the end, because that's where the stretch goal games are going to go if we pass 5k.
Yep, that sounds fair enough to me. So you'll get that on Monday after the incentive block is all done and dusted. But why don't you tell the lovely viewers what we have in store for next time?
Tomorrow, Friday the 25th of August, we're going to kick things off with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. I'll be co-comming, Tanner will be running that. I guess we'll be playing through a couple of the campaigns and such, and following that we have Twisted Metal 2. Volk will be running that. And to end things, it's a relatively short day, as this Friday. We have Soul Blades Edgemaster mode. That will be Volk playing that as well. I'll be on co-coms.
Yay. And to give a little bit of a teaser, I think I did mention this in one of the other days as well, but I will be going through Siegfried's story. So, those of you who are a fan of Voldo Beatdown, there you go. That's something you might enjoy. But for now, we're going to turn in for the night. We will see you all tomorrow, of course, for some more Sonython action. Starting with some JoJo, because that is the best way to start your afternoon, if you ask me.
Hey.
But there we go. I think there's nothing more else to say, unless you got something else in mind, Tom.
No, I'm negative.
Alright, fair enough. Well, in that case, me and Tom shall bid you farewell and good night. Thank you very much again for tuning in for our first week of the Sonython. And hopefully the next week will be more the same. So hopefully you'll stay tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care!
Bye!